Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Me, Forte07, and more Pokemon Emerald. Not that this is a new, but apologies for sounding out of it. Today's been rough. I think I'm coming down sick, maybe. I don't know. I've been lethargic for like a while, but lately it's been worse. I don't know. I'm sleepy. Think it might be sick. I don't know. We'll find out eventually what it is. What were we doing again? I think today's another... We're getting there, actually. Today's gonna be another mini grind, it looks like. We need to get Hope Dream up to 40 before we move anywhere else. Ideally, anyway. And then move on from there. What? Okay. Done Team Magma, we've done Team Aqua. We're at Moss Deep right now, so we have to beat Moss Deep before we go anywhere else. Because we need to get Dive. Why are we confused? What? Did that Wingull use Supersonic and I completely missed it? Yay, Emerald, the best Pokemon next to Silver, also don't at me. Hey, you know, teach their own. I can't actually say I have a favorite. What would be my favorite game? Maybe Crystal? I had Gold growing up. My sister had the Silver version in our household. And then I played Crystal. Of course, I could be biased because I liked the cartridge for Crystal. Cause I mean, come on, it was that cool translucent, sparkly blue thing, and it's like, oh, that's neat. And when you're, you know, 10, you're like, oh, this is the best thing ever. Makes me think of that blue link cable I was talking about forever ago. Actually, Emerald is my favorite, with Silver being my second favorite, so I can't disagree with you. Now, when you say Silver, you mean the original Silver, or do you have like a preference towards the remake Silver? Fucking Mighty Annas and the goddamn roars. That's right, we're not actually at Moss Deep because the only thing I can fucking fight is goddamn water Pokemon that are useless to me. Oh, the remake? Okay. I remember liking the remakes. I actually liked the Pokewalker thing. And I still see people with them occasionally. You don't see them as much nowadays. But it was fun at conventions seeing people walking around with them. I was referring to the original, but for including the remakes, I prefer the remake. My hair is a total mess and it's in my face. Kill it, ice ball. Oh, right. Fun holidays. Well, oh, I missed. Fun holidays. Today, Wednesday, January 29th is Puzzle Day. Tomorrow's Croissant Day. But today is Puzzle Day. Well, we're not playing a puzzle game. We're playing Pokemon. Which I guess with me is a puzzle game because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing half the time. Which is the normal state of my existence, really. I need to go look up Hope Dream, can you kill this fucking Gloom, please? Thank you. Let's see. Liza and Tate. What level are they at? 42, did I say? I feel like 42 sounds right. 42? They also have more Pokemon in Emerald than they did in what's it called? Ruby and Sapphire. So that... God damn it, Hope Dream! No, I'm not... We are not starting tonight's stream off like this. Because I am feeling so out of it, tonight might be shorter than normal. I definitely shouldn't be going over like 11 o'clock like I have been the last couple of streams. I don't know, it depends on how I'm feeling. I have a tea right now, because teas usually help me feel better. But it's not a cure-all, it's just tea. Yeah, I can't say I really have a favorite. Crystal feels like it. Every time you said the stream might be shorter than usual, always end up being the opposite. I know. Oh, also I failed on Monday. I failed. Not that that's a surprise, but I failed, I'm sorry. I'm a weak person that likes to sleep. So, I apologize. Hope Dream, Jesus Christ. Why do you keep getting confused? Oh, did we get this swagger? It causes confusion, doesn't it? Jesus Christ. I don't have anything that causes confusion to myself. It just feels like every time I look away I'm confused or paralyzed or both. And then I get upset because I'm not doing anything. I should have just ran to the fucking... I should have just ran back to the fucking... What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Just say I'm gonna stream for 12 hours and then the stream will last for 30 minutes. Hey, I've done 12-hour streams before. That was last January, actually, when we were doing those. I feel like if I actually... I haven't gone out to get the DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3 yet. I want to. I feel like if I do, I'll just do like a 12-hour stream for that and suffer. I don't know. A part of me feels like I have to go through critical mode to get everything, because I think there's a Keyblade that the DLC adds that you can only get if you've gone through critical mode, and I never go through critical modes in Kingdom Hearts because I usually don't care enough to. And I don't think I'm really all that good at Kingdom Hearts. I guess the plus side is I'd be able to skip all the fucking cutscene because I've already seen all the goddamn cutscenes, and I don't want to sit there through another hour of goddamn cutscenes. So it won't be as much of... I think when I consider doing critical mode, I'm like, oh, I gotta play through the whole story again. But that's me forgetting, oh, I can skip all of the cutscenes this time. I don't have to sit there and watch them and get mad when nothing happens after an hour. I don't expect the DLC to really clear anything up. I expect it to make it worse, to be honest. But I like a little bit of over-the-top anime cheesiness occasionally. And Kingdom Hearts is kind of the place I go to for that because that's all they do, really, in my opinion. Still too hot. No, I don't want to talk to you again. Stop it. Please stop. Okay. So we're at 37. Oh god, we're gonna go in under-leveled to Liza and Tate. I don't like this idea. What's Juan at again? No, Juan goes all the way up to... He starts at 41 and goes all the way up to 46? Ah, most of our Pokemon are only at 40? Low 40s? I think I'm also just not feeling good right now, because I don't feel like my test that I had to take last night went very well. I'm kind of disappointed in myself at the moment, and when that happens, my depression gets worse than it can be. So I'm just a little... I'm bummed out, I guess. And now I'm sitting here worrying about just fucking everything up. Because it's the Nuzlocke. And every time I come in here, I worry. This game fills me with like a weird existential dread and anxiety at times. And I know it shouldn't. Because it's just fucking Pokemon. But it's like, I just want to get through it. I've already failed at it once. Luckily it was at the beginning. I just don't want to fail this far in. It's been such a struggle. Oh, my eye itches again. Oh no. I don't know. Tonight feels like just a weird night. And I have to actually go to bed early tonight because I have a dentist appointment in the morning. Oh, Benny Broad. Okay, asshole. But I get a dentist appointment in the morning and it's like, oh, why couldn't I get it in the afternoon? But they couldn't fit me in any other time and I can't keep putting off my dentist appointment. Pokemon makes you ask why we were born with no purpose. Sometimes, yes. If tonight is anything like last week's Emerald stream, then it'll definitely be a weird night. I don't know if that'd be a good or a bad thing right now. I'm just so out of it. And I know that's not new. I say that like every goddamn stream, but I am. That's just my state of being right now, is out of it. I'm not here. Like, all the way mentally. Some part of me mentally has just fucked off into somewhere else. It's gonna sound kind of bad, but it just feels like I'm in a daze most of the time right now. And I don't like feeling this way. Part of me fucked off to 2008 and hasn't come back. I feel that. I don't know. This Nuzlocke has kind of become like a weird metaphor for how I feel right now. It's like I'm trying my best, but I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. And that's how I feel about life in general. Has anyone seen the Fantastic Mr. Fox? And you know, they try to like describe things and they're like, you know, they do like this weird hand thing around their faces. That's me, like, all the time. That's just how I feel, is just like, meh. I want to watch Fantastic Mr. Fox now. I like that movie. I don't know. I've been in a rut lately. It's like, it just feels like nothing I do pans out the way I want it to. And it feels like I haven't finished anything that I've started, and I'm just not where I want to be in general, and it's like, I don't know, I'm just tired all the time. Being an adult sucks. Not that I can say I remember actually being very fond of being a kid either. I mean, yeah, I guess there's a little bit more freedom? I don't know, something there. Living's weird. Insanity is fun indeed. Okay. I made a game plan last week, and I don't remember what it is. I didn't write it down. Oh, what page is this? Okay, I need this page. It has the routes I can do catches on. I think I need a new piece of paper. Okay. So, oh. Not this piece of paper. Let's see if I can make it. Let's see if I can make it without looking. Ready? 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 Fuck! It was so close! It was too short! Damn it. Another thing I get to fail at is trying to toss a piece of paper into the garbage can without looking at it. Of course, I'll be honest, I was using the webcam, so I guess that's cheating. But I still didn't make it. Oh, that's dokie shit. I don't need that page anymore. Okay. So, game plan. So, let's just lay this out. Doki shit is my favorite kind of shit. Yeah, it's pretty good shit. I guess the one thing that's actually been not bumming me out, but making me realize that I don't have the same motivation I used to, right? Is I finished up the 2 episodes of Haikyuu that they had on Netflix. For a sports anime, it's fine. I don't watch many sports animes. I don't watch many sports anythings. But I've seen enough people who like Haikyuu to watch it. And it was fine. It was fun. I told my sister I was watching a volleyball anime. She's like, that sounded boring. And I actually took a little bit of offense. Like, you have never seen it. It's decent. It's fun. I didn't know if I'd like it or not. That's how I felt about Iwatobi Swim Club too. But it's like I watched those 2 seasons. I need to go find some place to watch season 3 because of course season 2 ends on the most annoying like kind of cliffhanger. They're like, oh, tomorrow we're gonna do our final big special match against that one really tough school, and I'm like, where is it, Netflix? And they're like, we don't have it. I'm like, thanks, this is what I get. It's like no one has the seasons I need to watch for anything. Well, then they have K-On! On Netflix too, so I started watching K-On! And I liked the first season. I'm in like the middle of season 2, and I'm just really annoyed with it because they haven't done any music shit for like the last 3 or 4 episodes. And it's like, please, I came here for the music thing. This is like music club anime. Can you guys do some of that music club stuff? I feel like the one character that's frustrated that the stupid light music club never practices is like, yeah, can you guys play music? That's kind of why I came here. It's also distracting because the one character, I think it's Ritsu, is, at least in the English dub, is voiced by the same actress that voices Morgana in Persona 5. And there are just certain points where that's all you hear. And I'm like, I should be playing Persona 5 right now. At least I could get to the point in Persona 5. Instead of them dicking around not playing music. God damn it, play music. Music anime. Anyway. Going on weird segues. What I'm getting at is, like, I keep watching, you know, these school club animes, and you always have characters like, I'm gonna be the best at X that I can be, or I want to keep doing this. And it's like, and I get jealous. That and Haikyuu, it's kind of, you know, like sports shonen anime. So of course they have like that typical shonen protagonist, like, I'm gonna be the best thing ever, I'm never gonna give up, and they just have like infinite fucking energy and infinite fucking like determination. It's like, god damn, I am jealous of these children. But then I have to remember, it's like, oh, that's right, they're in fucking high school or around that age. It's like, man, I wasn't that fucking motivated at all in high school. The shit was I doing with my life? And it's like, I just wish I had that drive and that motivation and that dedication to anything anymore, and I don't. And it's depressing. It's like, man, I wish I could just view life in that way, but I don't. Because real life is not an anime. Life is not like one of your Japanese animes, Otacon. Except you live in Metal Gear Solid World, so I can't actually say that. For him, it is kind of like a Japanese anime. But I don't know. It's like I just sit there and I watch all these, you know, high school club animes. It's like, man, I wish I put in half the effort these kids did to anything anymore. And it just, I don't know, just bummed out all the time. Anime makes me sad. But I have fun watching it. I was making... Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Indeed. What the fuck is this website I just went on? Oh, I see. Okay. So... I need to make a battle plan. So... Liza and Tate. I want... Ideally, I'd want to get everyone up to 45 before I went in there. It would make me feel better if we were able to get everyone up to 45. Because I don't want to go in under-leveled. Do I want rest? Do I want to risk learning rest? Is rest a good idea? I could probably get rid of Ice Ball. Let's get rid of Ice Ball for now. So let's see, ideally I want, let's see, party up to level 45. After that, what's the story beat after that? I don't know what the story beats are at this point in this game. Let me see. After doing the Aqua Base in Lily Cove and the 7th gym, as well as getting rid of Magma from the Space Center with Steven, you'll need to find the underwater cavern where Team Aqua is headed. They intend to awaken Kyogre. Okay. So, Space Center. Those of you more familiar with the Emerald story beats, can you help me make this plan of attack for the Snore now too? God damn it. I don't want Snore. Oh. Okay. Space Center. What are the levels in the Space Center? Highest thing in the Space Center is level 44. Okay, yeah. Ideally, I want to be up to 45 before we tackle that. So, after Space Center, then what do we do? Okay, then underwater cavern. Do I not battle them in the underwater cavern? Do they just awaken Kyogre and that's it? You have the Sutopolis. However, earlier when you left Moss Deep, your rival called you up saying that they had seen a green dragon near Pacifilog Town. Steven will let you into the Cave of Origin to find Wallace. Once you've spoken to Wallace and told him about the dragon, he'll tell you to meet him at Sky Pillar. Okay. Oh shit! Motherfucker. Antidote, 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 antidote. No-adote. No-adote? No, I don't. Okay. Ah, we have enough fucking HP just to run back. Okay, so underwater cavern, then we have to go to Sutopolis place. Cave of Origin, then to Sky Pillar. I'm still not sure how the fuck we're gonna do Sky Pillar, because I don't like using the mock bike in this game right now. I think it's because I don't have like a traditional D-pad for the mock bike. Like, using it with arrow keys doesn't feel right, I guess. Alright, Sky Pillar. Go wake up Rayquaza. Cutscene. Well, we don't have to go get Rayquaza. We don't have to get any of those. So what is that? Just like... then it's Sutopolis again? After Sky Pillar? Okay, so then that's one. Ideally I'd want the party up to level 50 by that point. Even then, that just... those seem like really big jumps. What the hell? Oh. Okay. 124. Evergrande is down there. Okay, I guess it's just to Evergrande after that, right? Or... can you face the... oh no, this book is laid out funny. Okay, then I guess it's to Evergrande. And Victory Road. Anyway, enough of my whining though. How's everyone else doing today? Also, whose birthday was it the other day? I feel bad because I didn't tell you happy birthday because the stream went into midnight that day and I didn't say it before we ended, and I've been thinking about it ever since. Was it Yuzatretsu or was it Daxifer? I'm having trouble remembering and I apologize, but I wanted to say happy birthday. And I know you didn't seem all that fond of it when you brought it up, but I still wanted to tell you happy birthday anyway. And I'm sorry that I'm very late on it. Okay, and then Pokemon League. Let's just have a collective birthday, thanks. It was mine, but an early birthday is good enough, seeing as no one else outside my family said anything. Yeah, but still. It's been floating around in the corners of my mind since then, and I feel, like I said, I was feeling bad about it. It's like, damn it! We went to the next day and I said nothing, and I'm a butthole. Okay, let's see. Sydney, first up at the Elite Four, is around level 46 to 50. So ideally I want the party up to level 55 by the Elite Four. And I'm pretty sure that's... I don't know if that's gonna cover it. I feel like we'd be... Do I... I don't... Drake goes up to level 55. And then we have Wallace, who's up to level 58. We'll get... I'm assuming we'll get a few levels going through. But if it's enough to beat Wallace, I don't know. $55 or $60? Damn it. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna hail this thing to death. Isn't it like in certain Asian countries, like in Korea, they just, everyone has like ages at the beginning of the year or something? I have a friend that lives over in Korea and she was telling me how this worked, and I always forget the system. Why did I come back here? I didn't actually have to come back here. But yeah, are there like certain places where they do like birthdays, or at least just aging things like at the beginning of the year so everyone's like the same or something like that? Am I just making shit up? Did I have like a weird fucking dream and forget about it? Korean birthday. Let's see. In Korea, you're technically already a year old by the time you're born. Let's see. Korean age is different than the age used in most countries. The whole concept of age is deeply embedded in the culture and language. Age in Korea is different from age in other countries. You may be 30 years old, whether you are new, blah blah blah. But as soon as you arrive in Korea, you magically become 31 or 32. How can this be? Well, Koreans have a different way of calculating their age than people in other countries. People in most countries calculate their age based on their birthday. If you were born on April 1st, 2000, then you would turn 17 on April 1st, 2017. However, in Korea, age isn't calculated based on your birthday. Ah, I see. A year in the womb. If you are a baby born in the USA, then on the day after you are born, you are considered to be 1 day old. The 9 months that you spent inside your mommy's tummy are not considered part of your age. I'm just reading this verbatim if you're questioning with the terminology they're using. Did I just use verbatim wrong? I'm tired. Verbatim. Yeah. Yeah. In Korea, on the day of your birth, you are considered to be 1 year old. The time you spent in the womb counts as the first year of your life, despite it only being 9 months. Because of this, your Korean age is always at least 1 year higher than your international age. There are 3 simple ways to figure out your Korean age. Pick whichever one you like best. Use the Korean age calculator. Use the Korean age formula, age plus 1 formula. Use the Korean age birthday formula. Okay, I'm not doing that right now. I mean, I could, but I'm not gonna. When is international age used in Korea? As a general rule, Korean age is used for social interaction with people, whereas international age is used for more official things. For example, the age limits written on alcohol, cigarettes, movie posters, and so on are based on international age. The legal age for most things in Korea is 19. This means international age 19. Why is Korean age different? Korean age is different than international age because when a baby is born, the baby is automatically 1 year old. Okay. Also, Koreans automatically add a year to their age as soon as January 1st arrives, so that means that your Korean age may be 1 or 2 years more than your international age. Everybody in Korea shares the same birthday, January 1st. However, that's not when they celebrate their actual birthday. Everyone has their own birthday, complete with cake and candles. Koreans celebrate the birthdays on the day they were born. But on your birthday in Korea, you're not considered to be 1 year older than the day before. Instead, Koreans all age on the same day, January 1st. No matter when your birthday is, if you were 40 years old on December 31st, then on January 1st you will be 41. Korean age works as if everyone is born on January 1st. As age determines a complete host of social interactions in Korea, being of the same age as someone can make everybody feel more comfortable. If somebody that you have just met finds out that you are the same age as them, they will often be excited. This is because if you and your friend are the same age in Korea, neither person will have any of the social obligations that come from being a different age from each other. Being the same age as another person has a special word in Korean. Not reading that, I'm sorry. You'll often hear the not reading that either. Now that you know the difference between Korean age and international age, calculate your Korean age, but don't be upset that you have suddenly become 2 years older. Age is just a number after all. Oh, let's go punch in my birth year and see what happens. I'm gonna be 30. Early, aren't I? Nope, that's not my birth year. Yep, I'm 30 in Korea. Just a number. Just a number. Like I just got 2 rare candies in Korea. Happy 30th birthday! Thank you. Thank you very much. I feel like I'm having a dream where I keep on waking up only to fall asleep and then do the entire dream again, wake up at that point again and repeat. That feels like a mood. I feel like I'm always half asleep. Even when I wake up, I don't think I'm ever fully awake. Of course, this morning so last night, after the test, I was like super exhausted, like just mentally drained. So I went to bed around midnight. My sister and I we stayed up to watch a few episodes of Miraculous on YouTube because Netflix just doesn't want to give us that other part of season 3 and I'm impatient. So we watched a few episodes on YouTube. And then at midnight, she's like, oh, I need to get to bed. And it's like, you know, I'm gonna go to bed too. Normally I stay up a bit later than that, but I was done yesterday. I was just done. And I got up at 8 today. I was like, yay, I had a normal, you know, night's sleep. Hooray. And then around 2 o'clock, I went down for a nap after doing absolutely nothing. Well, no, I ended up working on a drawing that isn't super important for me to do right now. I should have done work or commissions or something, and I didn't. I did this other thing instead. But I just needed to do something for me this morning, I guess, because like I said, last night was not good for me. I mean, it was fine. I might have done okay on the test. I just felt like I should have done better. I don't know. Like I said, disappointed in myself. My sister got mad at me for being disappointed in myself. She's like, you already paid for classes. They have your money. They don't care how well you do. Well, I do, okay? I do. I studied a lot. Even with the naps. I thought I put in a lot of time, and it just didn't seem to matter in the end again. So I'm bummed. Anyway. Yeah, so took another goddamn nap on the couch, and I was there for... Okay. My naps mind you, are not the same as normal people naps. Just putting that out there. I do not take half-hour naps. Whenever I try to take naps less than 30 minutes or an hour even, it doesn't work. You're still doing better than most people in the class overall, though, aren't you? I'm pretty sure the first quiz we did, I had the highest score, and I thought I did pretty well on the second test, but I got like 1 point wrong, which on a 7-question test is only like an 80. And another person got 100 on that test, and I think finding that out right before the test kind of messed with my head or something. I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing better than anyone. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter. So the place that I go to for my Japanese class, it has a weird setup. They have different classes, but they have like a rolling enrollment thing. So you can start a class in the middle of it. So when my sister and I started Intro Japanese, we started partway through. Like maybe at the halfway mark or something like that. But instead of going back to the beginning of that class at the end of it, your whole class just moves up to the next class. So once Intro Japanese ended at the end of the year, the next time we went in for class, we were no longer in Intro Japanese, we moved up to Japanese 1. And we've had like new people come in or, you know, disappear like every week, it seems. There's been maybe the last couple weeks there's been at least 5 constant people, but since like last week we've had like 3 new people join the class at least. So it's like saying you're better than someone in that like form is hard to say, because like one of the classmates, she's like, oh, I had started taking the classes before, got into Japanese 1, and it just went too fast. I ended up missing a few classes and just fell behind, and now I'm starting up again. So it's like there are people in there with like previous experience, and people in there that have like none. Like when my sister went in, she didn't have any prior experience going in. Me, I had worked like on learning hiragana and katakana years before, and I took like a 10-week class when I was in college at a different place across the street. So it's like it's hard to gauge, but it's like for me personally, I feel like I should have done better on that test, and I don't know. I just remember my sister got mad at me because by the end of the class, the classes are only an hour long. But like after the test, I had shut down mentally, because there was a point in the test that I just felt like I was smashing my head against a brick wall. And it's like, I should know this. But then at the same time, he was like, okay, so we're going to be doing a test. So study the stuff that we've learned in chapter 3 so far. But we're also going to have vocab and some grammar points from chapters 1 and 2. Again, we weren't there for all of chapters 1 and 2. And the teacher that we had for that previous class, she wasn't as thorough as she could have been. But she was also about to go on maternity leave. So we think just because she was pregnant and hormonal imbalances, you can kind of tell she wasn't all the way there. She was kind of half-assing things, and it's like she would give us homework and then not check it, and I was like, what's the point in giving us homework if you're not going to check it? But it's like, you know, I went through everything. I've done like all the book work and all the side book work up through those 3 chapters, and I'm like, okay, I should be alright, right? And then I get to the fucking test and I'm like, what is this? And occasionally there was like some vocab or terms that we haven't gone over in class yet, and he'd be like, oh, there's gonna be some stuff that we haven't gone over yet on the test, just try and figure it out. You know, use context to figure it out. I'm like, that's fine and all, but at the same time, We have an hour, and you put a lot on this test. Okay, we only had 45 minutes for the written part. And it's like, so, besides doing the stuff that we've learned, you're also more or less... I guess it's fine doing the entire trial by fire thing and making us learn on the fly, but I don't know if it's a good idea to do it in the middle of a goddamn test. And I get weird during tests. Like, just really weird during tests. I guess my sister just kind of stopped caring, but I'm still wired funny from when I went through, you know, grade school. Because of my dad, he was kind of your overbearing Asian father, right? If you got a B, he would be mad at you. I remember when we would get report cards, and if we saw a B on there, at least me, I would freak the fuck out. I was like, oh no, Dad's gonna be so goddamn mad at me. Because I didn't get an A. And if I go anywhere below a B, God forbid. Just, yeah, and I just, It's like, and it's been so long since I've been in school, you think I'd be over it? No, I'm not. Like, sure, this isn't an actual class, but it's still a class, and I still care, so of course I'm gonna get worried about it. Why'd I use rest? Shit. Okay, yeah, sure, kill yourself, I don't care. Don't kill me, though. I see your point, but either way, you sounded like you were making good progress a couple streams ago, so I wouldn't overly stress out or be too hard on yourself. Being too hard on myself is like my superpower, though. My passive superpower. I can't control it. I'm just constantly stuck in that state. I don't know. I just remember disconnecting from reality there for a bit after the test ended. Where again, my sister was getting pissed off at me because I had completely disconnected in that way. But now I'm sitting here just anxious, like, oh great, I'm gonna get that test back next week and not gonna be happy with myself. It's gonna haunt me in my goddamn dreams. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a fun person to be around. I'm a mess. Unrelated, but sidebar. Do you guys... Did anyone see the cartoon What a Mess back in the 90s? Does anyone remember What a Mess? It was a book first, wasn't it? I remember the cartoon. Personally don't remember it. Oh, What a Mess was a dog. He was like a shaggy dog named What a Mess, and they had a there's a cartoon about it. Yeah, he had a yellow... Well, okay, I guess in the US version, for some reason, the duck was blue. But he had like a rubber duck on his head. Was it a rubber duck or was it an actual duck? I don't fucking remember. Looking it up now, surprisingly enough, I don't remember. I think we had like one VHS for it growing up. But just because his name was What a Mess, I think about it whenever I say I'm a mess. Because I'm like, oh, like that dog that I don't think anyone remembers. What a Mess is a series of children's book written by British comedy writer Frank Muir and illustrated by Joseph Wright. The title character is a disheveled, accident-prone Afghan hound puppy, whose real name is Prince Amir of Kinjan. It was later made into 3 animated series, all narrated by Frank Muir. 3 animated series? There's 3 of these? I'm surprised I even know about it, because it said original release was from 1979 up until April 2000. Is that like just one of the other... What? Oh, I see. The different versions have different run times. It looks like. And now I'm out of tea. It looks like the original versions that were aired on the BBC were just five-minute like episodes. Music for this version, the first version, was written by Andrew Lloyd Webber. Huh, that's interesting. The second version, which was another UK series, was 10 minutes, and then the US series that was produced by DIC was the 30-minute episodes. Did it really run for that long, though? I mean, I guess 2000 was 20 years ago at this point. I just felt really old really fast. I mean, I'm 30 now. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, it doesn't feel like... right? It doesn't! And yet we're getting... well, okay, Japan's already had it, but yet we're just getting that 3D remake of the first Pokemon movie. Now. Something about that's surreal. When did the first Pokemon movie come out? $1998. $22 years later, we're just gonna remake it in 3D. Of course, the original release date for that one was 2019, so fine. If they have like a theatrical release of the English version of the 3D remake, I would want to go see it, because I'm pretty sure I went to go see Pokemon the first movie in theaters back in the day, and then you had to wait like, you know, 8 months or whatever it was for it to get out on VHS. And I remember when Pokemon the first movie came out on VHS, we got it, and then we invited some friends over to watch it, and it was just supposed to be a small thing. But it was one of those instances that when you invited one person, that person invited another person, and then that person invited like 2 more people. And we ended up with a bunch of like random people at our house just to watch Pokemon, and our mom was really pissed off because of course, we didn't ask to necessarily have a party or anything. I'm pretty sure it was in the middle of the week or something too. Because usually, even back then, VHSs came out on a Tuesday or something, didn't they? I don't remember. But I just remember there being a shit ton of kids at our house just to watch the VHS copy of Pokemon the first movie. It was around the same time that we did end up having a Pokemon birthday party. Where all the party favors were Pokemon themed, and my mom made up gift bags that had Pokemon cards in them, but that meant she bought a bunch of booster packs and she went through them and just put, you know, random cards, like 3 or 4 cards in each gift bag, And any of the ones that we wanted, we of course weeded out first, so no one got any good cards in those gift bags. But back then, no one cared. We're like, oh shit, there's Pokemon cards in these gift bags. And my dad drew a Pikachu. I have 2.1k points to spend, so here is one highlighted message. Well, it's a purple highlighted message, so I appreciate it. Of course, I think it's because I have my settings all set to purple, maybe? Or did you choose it? I don't actually know how the point system works. Whenever I'm on a stream, I see them rack up and I never use them. But yeah, my dad drew a Pikachu. Like a giant Pikachu on a poster board, because instead of like pin the tail on the donkey, we did pin the tail on the Pikachu. And for like the longest of time, that Pikachu poster just stayed up on the living room closet door for like ever. It just stayed there. We had like Pokemon balloons and napkins and plates and tablecloths. I mean, they still have those now, but you know, back in the day, it was pretty boss. Did we have a Pokemon themed cake? I think we did. I don't remember. That was too long ago. I don't even want to do the math on how long ago that might have been. I don't remember what birthday it was that we did that. I'm sure if I went through the photo albums back at my mom's house, I would find something for them. But I don't know, it was fun. I remember I had this pair of Pikachu overalls that I wore all the time. I think it came with like this like little denim bag too that had Pikachu on it. But that was like my favorite pair of like anything to wear. And then I had, I think, like this aqua like sweater jacket thing that also had Pikachu on it that I wore all the time when I was little. But I was upset that pair of overalls, I had a red egg full of golden silly putty, right? And unfortunately, I put the silly putty in my pocket one time, and of course the silly putty, you know, merged with my fucking overall pocket. And was just there. I think maybe like the overalls got washed while the silly putty was in the pocket, meaning you weren't getting that out of there like fucking ever. But I wore that particular pair of overalls. This had to be in the 5th grade that I had them, because in the 5th grade, our teacher for one of the field trips took us to a local court. To go to the court. That was the field trip. I remember it being really boring, because it was just a field trip to the 33rd District Court. When you're in 5th grade, you don't care. But I remember me and my friends, like, we spent most of the time picking the silly putty out of my pocket and playing with that instead of paying any goddamn attention during that field trip. In 5th grade, that was, okay, I remember in 5th grade, we had like this, we had a quiz. It was maybe like a 4 fucking question quiz. It was for like geography or something, I think. I don't remember. There was a map on the page. And I did really bad on it. Bad enough that the teacher pulled me out into the hall, and he's like, the answer to the question is right here. Why did you get this one wrong? And now this teacher, his daughters were in one of his daughters was in my sister's grade. So my sister is actually friends with was friends with my teacher's daughter. So it's like we kind of knew them a bit more than, you know, you normally would know your teacher. Because my sister and the daughter would hang out. And I remember he pulled me out to the hall, asked me like what was going on, why I did so bad on it, and he even used the line, he's like, your dad would be disappointed, and he's like, I know you can do better than this, what would your dad think, or something like that. I'm like, why would you say that to me? It's like, yeah, okay, I could have done better, but I didn't like school. I'm having weird PTSD, like, flashbacks right now to fucking 5th grade. But I remember him saying something like that. Like, you can do better than this. I know you can. What would your dad think? Or something like that. I'm like, sorry. Sorry, I'm such a fucking failure. Thanks for reminding me. No one likes school. Some people like school. My sister was one of those people that really liked high school and was actually really depressed after she graduated. But mind you, my sister was on student council and yearbook. She was prom queen. She was popular. She has friends. Had friends back then too. Me, I felt like the black sheep in my group. My friends never invited me really to go do anything. Not in the group, anyway. There were, like, 2 or 3 friends that I hung out with, you know, outside of the group. Sure. But as a group, I was one of those, like, placeholder friends, I guess. I was the weird kid that just sat in the corner and was drawing all the time. Shit. I did well in school, but it's one of those I had to or else my dad was gonna be mad at me kind of things. Large group activities aren't all that much anyway. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't really know. I mean, yeah, I did well in school. I think I was technically in the top 10 of my graduating class, but then I sit there and think, like, well, what did I take? Say, I didn't even take the hard classes my senior year of high school. I refused to take, I took logic and ethics, and that was it. Everyone else, they took logic and ethics, physics and calculus. I didn't want to take physics and calculus because 1, too much math and I didn't feel like doing it. And 2, if you took all 3 of those classes, you were in the same classroom for all 3 of them because they were all taught by the same teacher. And it's like, I don't want to do that. One of my classes was, it was technically one of the art classes, but my art teacher, who I had since, like, I was in elementary school, she knew I was fine by myself, so I could just use art class as study hall. And then she went on maternity leave, and we got this substitute who didn't understand why I was allowed to do whatever the fuck I wanted to in class. So like, well, see, I don't, the usual art teacher just lets me do what I want. And at first she didn't trust me and she would fight me about it, but then she eventually realized the same thing. She's like, okay, yeah, do whatever. And I think she was actually an alumni of the college I ended up going to, so that kind of helped too, I guess. But yeah, now I sit around and think, it's like, you know, I probably wasn't even that smart. Because I didn't even take the hard classes my senior year of fucking high school. Where's my experience share? Is my experience share still on Hope Dream here? It is. You don't need that. You can have this instead. Yes. Also, did I just see a big pearl in my inventory? Yeah, I did. I don't need that. I can go sell that. Anything else that I can go sell? No. We'll go do that later. I don't know. When I think about, like, school, I can't say I have too many fond memories of when I was in grade school. I sure brought it up before, but I guess people were scared of me when I was in school. Because they said that I just always looked angry, and it's like, I'm not angry, I'm just tired, and early in the morning I can't deal with things. or I don't want to deal with things. I don't do mornings well. Mornings were like the worst when I was in grade school. They got a little bit better in college because you started a bit later in the day, but even then it was a struggle. And it was nice when I had days where I didn't have to go in until like noon or whatever for college. I don't know. I'm jealous of people that have fond memories of school, I guess. Like my sister does. I think she's one of those people that would have loved to go back to high school, but I'm one of those people who's like, no, I was just so glad to get out. I did not like high school. I didn't like grade school. I have insomnia and I have memories of just passing out until the end of class. I don't think I slept in class that often. I'd maybe doze off, like if we had to watch a movie and we didn't have to take notes, or if it was one of those things where the teacher's like, okay, we're gonna watch a movie, you have to take at least 5 notes. So you'd watch like the first 10 minutes, take like the most basic fucking notes you could, and then just maybe doze off. My sister admits to falling asleep in class all the time. And I think at her last job or whatever, she used to say, it's like, I didn't fall asleep at work once today. And it's like, that, okay. I mean, I can't really talk. I fall asleep whenever the fuck I want, and I'm technically always on the clock because of that. But, you know, I have a bit more freedom when it comes to that aspect. Why'd I use body slam? I'm a dipshit. That's why I use body slam. I don't know. School was weird. Being around people, though, I guess is also weird. I feel like I did better in college than I did in high school, but even looking back, I still felt like, I don't know, kind of like a not an outcast, but just, I didn't fit in. Even in the group of misfits that were the entertainment arts department. Especially like my senior year, so everyone else, so the senior studio at my college when I was there, right? It is a giant room split up basically into 2 segments. Well, not even equally. 2/3 of the room was all computers with Cintiqs. You know, for the 3D kids. Fine. The other third of the classroom had light tables with, well, animation desks with, you know, the animation discs and well, they're light tables. And that's where I spent, like, all of my senior year, was on that side of the room, because I was dead set on doing my film traditionally, and I got all the rough animations done by the end of the year. And it was by the end of the year, so the first semester, that they got fucking Toon Boom. And everyone jumped ship to go to the other side of the room to go use Toon Boom. They're like, well, why don't you switch your thing to Toon Boom? It's like, because I've already done it all in pencil. I'm not going to start over just because you got a new program over on the other side of the room. But it's like, there was maybe one other person that used the traditional animation side of the senior studio. But I think she came in on, I think she was, there were 2 senior studio classes. So I think she was in the 2nd class. It was just occasionally she would be there the other days when I was there and also working up there. But my senior year of college, I was down there maybe 3 days a week, usually 2, which I think was like Monday and Wednesday or Tuesday and Thursday from like 8 a.m. to 10 o'clock at night. And most of my time was spent in that senior studio, and I was just always so bummed because everyone else would be on the other side of the room working on the computers, and then when lunchtime like rolled around, they would all just make plans. I couldn't hear them. I was on the other side of the room. There was like a dividing wall It didn't completely cut off my side of the room, but it was there. But they would all make plans and go out for lunch, and by the time I like went to the other side of the wall to see if anyone wanted to do lunch, they were already gone. Like, no one ever came over to ask, "Hey Phil, do you wanna go to Subway or something?" Of course, sometimes I would just work through lunch, or I'd go to my locker and get out my loaf of bread and my peanut butter and just sit there and eat peanut butter sandwiches. Which, yeah, I guess is a little weird, but I didn't think it was that weird. I was at least eating. One of my teachers thought I was weird because one morning I came in and I was just eating a bag of lettuce. They're like, "Are you gonna have anything else with that lettuce?" I'm like, "No, I'm just gonna eat this bag of lettuce." Hope and Dream is a good name for that Pokemon, as it's only in my Hope and Dreams you finish this Nuzlocke. Thanks, Danny. Thank you. How are you doing? Well, we can't let Hope Dream die. I'm pretty sure Hope Dream is the only way we're gonna get through Drake. And if anything happens to it, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life, to be honest. I honestly don't. I'm so worried. I'm worried about everything all the time. That's probably why I'm tired all the time. But like I've said before, I don't relax very well. I'm either asleep or awake and in constant worry. I have 2 states of existence, and those are it. How many badges you up to? 6. Liza and Tate are up next, and then we have Juan. So we have 2 more. Some story beats to do, and then the the Elite Four. So we're getting somewhere, kind of. We're getting there. Slowly. Very, very slowly. I was actually really hoping we could get around to facing Liza and Tate today, but I'm not confident enough to go in there. Golfer only has Bite anyway, and all of their psychic Pokemon I'm pretty sure are dual type with like ground and rock. Helps if I'm looking at them. Let's see. Well, they have a Zatsu. You could always zap that to death. I'm not too worried about the Zatsu. Focus on what is instead of the what ifs, and you'll worry a lot less. Oops. Yeah, but some of the things that are also just worrisome by themselves. I don't know. I'm good at making mountains out of molehills when it comes to dumb shit, so. Okay, let's see though. Claydol. Earthquake. I guess we could kill Claydol. I don't wanna, that might be a... We could use the Tentacruel against Claydol, but with its Psychic typing, that might be a bad idea. Zatsu, we can just zap. with Magneton, Lunatone, and Solrock. Again, I can't really send out Tentacruel. It's too much of a... That would be a bad idea. They all know Psychic. I mean, we could teach Hope Dream Surf maybe, but again, I don't want to bog it down with too many HMs. Doesn't learn any water moves normally, so I'd either have to teach him that or not teach it any water moves. It's not really a problem though teaching it water moves because it still gets stabbed from it. Can't send Machamp out to deal with the rock types either, because again the psychic typing is just too dangerous and I'm not risking that. And unfortunately with the setup we have, our bites are physical moves, and we need to get our Mightyena up before we go in there. That's just That's just the gist of everything. I also have to remember these are double battles, because they're double battles. Magneton doesn't have Levitate, does he? No, it doesn't. Even though he's technically levitating, he's not immune to those ground type attacks, so I can't even send him out first. If I had Surf on Hope Dream, that be better? Get rid of rest. Level 50 it learns Blizzard. Do we want Blizzard? Accuracy is 70. I really wish we had an Ice Beam. I really do. Maybe with the current team we have, we'd be fine going into the abandoned ship. I think we just went into it too early last time. And that's... Who did we lose in there? We lost someone in there, and that's why I don't want to go back. We can technically get Ice Beam without Dive. What do you guys think? Should we go get Ice Beam? We don't... well, we won't have to worry about wasting it, because again, our version we're playing lets me use TMs multiple times. Yeah, let's go do a side trip. I need Zatu out though. Put Machamp in here for now. I'm just thinking though. If we swap him out for Tentacruel, he won't have that poison weakness that Tentacruel has. Actually, no, hold on to that. So if we teach our Sharpedo Surf, he already knows Crunch. Is Sharpedo better than Tentacruel? Is that a dumb question to ask? Sharpedo. Tentacruel's special defense is better than Sharpedo's, but Sharpedo has better attack, both special and regular. His defense just sucks. Tentacruel is technically faster. I read Slash as Splash, and I'm like, why the fuck do you have this? Let's get rid of Scary Face. Tentacruel's base speed is 100, Sharpedo's is 90. According to Bulbapedia. Sharpedo's total stats are actually lower than Tentacruel's. Sharpedo has a total base stat of 460, whereas Tentacruel is at 515. That's actually quite a jump. Okay, it's 55, but... Oh, Tentacruel has slightly better HP. We'll take him along for now. It's just Tentacruel's poison typing makes him an issue in the next gym. Or else it would be really useful against the ground and rock typings Tate and Liza have. Which is what I'm worried about the most. You can always come back for him. If anything, I guess, it'll just give us an extra dark type. Oops. Give that to him. Hope Dream won't go up as fast as I want him to, but that's fine for right now, I guess. I don't think we're gonna get that much experience from the abandoned ship anyway. No. Yeah, that's actually surprising though. I thought Sharpedo would be a bit higher in terms of stats. I would say, well, Sharpedo gets a Mega Evolution, but that's not until, like, later games anyway, so it doesn't really matter here. Like, at all. I'm not gonna waste power points on Pokemon out here. Do we have any repels? No, we don't. No, we use them. Oh, we never finished getting the stuff for our Shell Bell. Is this item worth it? What route is this? I'm pretty sure everything down here is like level 20, but I'm fucking paranoid. Oh, we should be fine. We should be fine. Let's see what happens. I shouldn't say it like that. I love water type Pokemon. I love other Pokemon too. I take huge pride in my Pokemon. We'll show you one speedy battle. Okay. Sailor Corey and Ace Trainer Carolina. Carolina? Carol. Whatever. I say I don't like this typing at all, but I'm really gonna waste a whole Giga Drain. Oh shit, he used Howl. Howl scares me still. There's 24. I shouldn't be worried, but I'm still worried. Another fucking Manectric? Okay. Oh. That's its critical? Okay, that's fine. Also, I'm sorry, is the sound okay? I'm just worried when it comes to playing Emerald if it's too loud. Oh, a Swellow. We could have had a Swellow, but our Taillow died. The audio's fine? Okay, good. No, don't use double team. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's dead. I don't even know if this item's worth it. I should have picked up some, like, lower level potions before I came out here, actually, and I didn't. Wow, I lost. Wow, wow, wow. That wasn't cute at all. Cute? What is this about cute? You're talking about speed, not cute. I love tough trainers too. Oh, damn it. Stop giving me your phone numbers. I don't want them. Since I'm at the see it like this, I wouldn't mind putting on a pink frilly swimsuit. Then do it. A star piece. I just thought of a problem we might have, but I'm not gonna say what it is and just deal with it when the time comes. Okay. We battled these two the last time we were here. Ships of the sort are rare, so I'm taking a look around. There appears to be other caverns. Yeah, usually. A harbor mail. I don't want a harbor mail. Bah. Fucking harbor mail. Do I have to, like, fall down through the basement? Oh no, there's stairs. The ship's bottom has sunk into the depths. If a Pokemon knew how to go underwater, we might make some progress. Well, we can't do that. Alright, we need to go find the storage key. I need it in that closet. Dive ball! I think it's in the captain's quarters. This is a perfect place to go exploring. It's exciting here. I bet there's amazing treasures on board. Well, we're not gonna find any of the other ones. Yay, it's a ship! Good job. Escape rope. Okay, that's just a dive hole. I'm getting queasy just being aboard this ship. It's not even moving, but why did you come out here then? It's empty. I beg to differ. I'm sure there's stuff in it. You're just not looking hard enough. Not that I blame you. No! Fuck. What's so funny about having my inner tube aboard the ship? Did I say anything? Tuber Charlie. Wow, you overwhelmed me. Well, yeah. If I came here... Well, if I fought him earlier, maybe not as much. Oh, no! Strength and compassion. Those are a trainer's treasures. I'm not good at swimming, but I am good at battles. You're 3. Sand Slash and a Meryl. Daxfer, how come you have to be 10 to get your first Mon, but she gets a Meryl at 3? I don't know. Again, the entire you can't start your Pokemon journey until you're this age I think is bullshit, because you fight trainers that are younger than you. You fight gym leaders that are younger than you in other games, so it's just, I don't know. Also, hello Daxifer, how are you? Oops, that didn't go very well. You're 10, go be an adult. What? I'm sorry, I don't need this. I don't need this Why am I picking up this revive? I don't need this either. Kira? Kira! Oh, we were searching for treasures, but we discovered a trainer instead. You are Kira. I gotta beat up Kira. They have the death note. Killer Queen has already touched the Pokeball. Killer Queen has already touched the Pokeball. Oh, I was gonna go on a rant, because I said that my sister and I were watching episodes of fucking goddamn, what's it called? Miraculous last night. Because like I said, Netflix just won't give us the second part of season 3, and I'm tired of them not having it. And... oh, you meant that, Kira. Goddamn, what you call? What? Oh, you make me so angry. I'm gonna register you for that. What? Register me in your death note? No, in my fucking phone. Okay, fuck you. Go here. Oh, hello. I'm investigating the ship on behalf of Captain Stern. He also asked me to find a scanner, but I haven't had any success. Okay. Sucks to be you. So what about Miraculous? This is not the first time I've ranted about Miraculous on the stream, and it probably won't be the last because I'm just so pissed off. So I think we watched 5 episodes last night. We watched Time Tagger, And it's like, oh great, they've introduced time travel into the series. That's always a safe call. I hate time travel. Just in general, it pisses me off. I just ran past the goddamn storage closet. The inserted key stuck fast, but the door opened. The door is open. The door is open. It's now Kingdom Hearts. Yay, we have the ice beam. We can use ice beam now. Let's get rid of rest. Actually, wait. Do we need rest? Should we get rid of rest or aurora beam? They're more or less the same thing. It's just slightly stronger. They did it technically in season 1. Well, yeah, I guess they did do it in season 1 too. But they've introduced it. Some of the stuff that they did in season 3 is like, oh, that's what we're doing. Cause Time Tagger got to the point where it was becoming obnoxious. So we watched Time Tagger, Felix, Chat Blanc, and then the 2 season finale episodes. We didn't watch them in that order. We watched Chat Blanc first, Felix, the 2 finale episodes, and then because in Chat Blanc they had Bonix in there, I'm like, where the fuck did she come from? So we watched that one last. Felix is a punch-ass bitch. Yes, he is. I hate Felix. Also, I was so annoyed at the end of the episodes. Okay, so spoilers for the second half of Miraculous Season 3. You can find them on YouTube. They've aired in, like, Canada. Apparently on Disney Channel, according to some of the episodes I watched. They're just not on Netflix right now, because fuck it. Right? Oh. I'm gonna get rid of rest. I got so mad at the end of Felix. First off, he's just causing trouble for no dumb reason. I hate that kid. Also, fucking Adrian, your dad who never wants to talk to you, came out to the garden. It's like, hey, I want to talk to you, son. And you just go and make, you know, a giant ass assumption. I mean, okay, feels bad for Natalie, I guess. And every time I see fucking Gabriel Agreste and Natalie on screen, it's like, oh my god, just kiss already. I'm getting tired of this nonsense. I can't watch TV shows. I just get pissed off. But, you know, Gabriel goes out there to talk to his son. A son that complains that his dad never has time to talk to him. And then he goes and just says a thing before his dad even gets a chance to say nothing. And it's like, honey, let your dad fucking talk. He never wants to talk to you. He does right now, and you go and ruin it. He was probably going to tell you something important. And what did you do? You made him mad by assuming he was going to tell you he likes Natalie. He's like, nuh-uh, I still like your mom. Even though you think she's dead and gone or whatever, but she's not, because I'm keeping her in my secret basement, where they I want to know. In one of the episodes, right, they showed Natalie and fucking Gabriel down in the basement with not dead wife, right? With Emily, right? And first off, they have beekeeping hats on, I'm pretty sure. They have the nets over their heads. But there's butterflies down there. He's not always wearing that when he goes down there. But, I'm sorry, does fucking Hawkmoth have to raise his own goddamn butterflies to corrupt people with? Is he just raising... You have to wear... Wait, I'm sorry, you have to wear fucking beekeeping hats for butterfly harvesting? It's like, I'm sorry, you have to... You're also spending time just making... I mean, fine. I guess it's fine for them to show that he has to raise his own goddamn butterflies. But we're also talking about magical fucking accessories here. He can't just magic up some butterflies. I mean, sure. Mayura or whatever the fuck, Peacock Lady, I don't fucking remember names right now, I'm just so mad. She pulls feathers off of her fan, but her fan comes with her miraculous, meaning those are technically magical feathers, right? But I guess those butterflies are just normal butterflies, cause Marinette just lets them off into the fucking universe after they're purified or whatever. Sure, but I'm like, oh, okay. Sure, just raise your goddamn butterflies, I don't care. I'm not actually really mad, it was just kind of funny to see. It's like, oh, okay, sure, whatever. I don't know, I'm angry for no reason. But, I don't know, I just pissed off and Felix like, Adrian, how about you give your dad like all of 2 minutes to say something? Because I thought he was going to tell you something important, and you had to go and make your goddamn assumptions. Which, fine, everyone can see it. But, you know, Mr. Serious Sam Gabriel over here is just... I guess part of it has to do with the way it's supposed to work, where one is power gifting and the other is supposed to be a guardian. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. The show has been trying my patience like this entire season. In the 5 episodes I watched, even more so. So I always sit here and I complain that they're constantly like fucking teasing us with the pairings, and then they just go and do what I fucking expected them to do like earlier anyway, right? But they have that one episode. Well, it was Chat Blanc, right? Where they're like, oh look, Adrian fucking put it together that Marinette and Ladybug are the same person. Hooray! And I'm like, oh look, they did it. Yippee, he stopped being dumb for all of 2 fucking minutes, right? Also, I am curious if he was just gonna be like Sunai and Paris' biggest villain, Hawkmoth. See, I would have been fine if he's like, hey son, I want to tell you, your mom isn't actually gone and dead. She's actually down in the fucking base. Maybe if he revealed it. Oops, sorry, I just fucking punched the mic. If he... Maybe, yeah. But then, of course, like I said, goddamn Adrian had be like, oh, if you like Natalie, Dad, that's fine. It's like, that's not where this conversation was going. And I'm pretty sure your dad telling you this on the anniversary of your mother's death/disappearance is not in his plan. I'm pretty sure Gabriel has a little bit more tact than that, but this is Gabriel and Gress we're talking about, and some of his decisions concern me, because I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because in Cat Blanc, oh, this episode, right? This episode. He figures it out. They, like, instantly fall the fucking love. I'm like, I mean, fine. This is what we all wanted, I guess. Sure. Of course, at this point, I'm just so frustrated with them, like, teasing us. Like, hanging in front of our faces. Like, look, you want it? You want it? No. No. We're just gonna throw it on the other side of the room. Pretend that it doesn't exist. It's like, but it does. But he figures it out. The goddamn kinda get together. Not even. I don't fucking remember. Because then Bunnix just pops up and she's like, oh no, they messed with the timeline. Everything's ruined. She has to pull fucking Marinette into the future. She's like, hey, you gotta fix this because you fucked something up. Or something got fucked up. And it's like, oh no. My sister was there and she knows how I feel about this. Okay, where am I going? What am I doing? But she, as soon as Bunnix comes in, yes, no, I want to know what the chronological order is too, because that's another thing that pisses me off about this series. The production order versus the air order in France or whatever is different from the air order in Canada, and is different from the order that they put the episodes up on Netflix, and I'm like, why? It was like when they introduced Pegasus and I think it was Viperion in the house party episode, I'm like, sorry, where did these fuckers come from? Were they introduced in the comic? You can't just do this. And then, like, you go and watch the later episodes that are in the second half of season 3. They're like, look, character introduction episodes. I'm like, why weren't these in fucking part 1 of season 3 on Netflix? Who chose these? Why? Why did you do this? And it's like, no, bad. You're not Pulp Fiction. You can't do this. 'Cause no. It's confusing and it's stupid, and when only half of the season is on Netflix and you do this, it's bad. It's bad. I don't like it, and I'm gonna be mad about it because it just it makes things confusing and convoluted when they don't have to be this confusing and convoluted because it's a kids show. And it's like, okay, that's a bad excuse, but it's like, oh my god. Fucking fly. Can I just say I'll be ransom out of the topic though? He's interesting to listen to, and I mean that in a completely sincere way. I'm not making fun. Well, I appreciate that. I always feel bad when I go on to rants like, oh, people don't want to hear me go on about shit, but I'm gonna go do it anyway because I need to get it out of my goddamn system because this show sometimes. Honestly, it was very confusing how he figured out that Marinette was Ladybug just because she delivered a scarf with her name on it as Ladybug. Well, see, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. This one time you figure it out. This one fucking time. Like, it pisses me off in that one episode. It was Kwame Buster, where Marinette uses, you know, multi-mouse and everything, and then she makes like a fucking illusion of herself to make it look like Marinette can't be Ladybug, and they're standing next to each other with the same fucking haircut. It's like, really? Really? Okay, they're the same height, same haircut, same skin tone, same eye color, same, you know, everything. Like, it was that one episode where they were, in that contest to be, like, where they win that contest where they get to be dressed up as Ladybug and Cat Noir, and they're like, oh no, we can't put on the mask, then everyone will know it's us. So it's like, just the mask, huh? Just the mask. Just the mask. I was like, okay, yeah, alright, sure, okay, yeah, just the mask, that's it, I get it, it's kind of like a weird trope / joke in superhero things that the mask is what completely conceals your identity, but at the same time, it's really stupid. It's like, no, you can't do it that way. You can't. They do it this way, and it's like, honeys, do the Clark Kent / Superman thing, hold yourself different, but they don't even. I don't know. And it's like, is both Adrian and Marinette just that dumb that they can't recognize each other's voices? They go to school together. There's this one guy I could recognize in our high school band by the way he sneezed, alright? If he put on a fucking mask and a superhero costume and he sneezed in front of me, besides the fact I could probably tell anyway, I'd be like, oh hey, it's you, based off how you sneeze. And now that sounds creepy too, if it's something like a sneeze, but you know, there's certain things you can tell about people, especially if you're around them a lot. So the fact that this is not a thing is dumb. Full stop. Did you do anything out of the ordinary, Ladybug? Oh, I delivered a gift as Ladybug. Yeah. Well, okay, not to mention, going back to Chat Blanc, right? She goes into the future, everything's just destroyed. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And then you get, then she meets up with Chat Blanc, and then he's just so over the top. And she's like, where's your Akuma? He's like, it's in my heart, but it's already broken. It's like, oh my god, shut up. You're like, what, 14? Shut up. And it's just so bad. I wasn't expecting a rant about anime on this Pokemon stream, if I'm honest. Oh, we get What, really? Were you not around for the rant about... Wasn't it last week we were doing conspiracy theories in The Shining? When I'm stuck doing grinding, we go into weird territories. I just like how Gabriel thought yelling at his son would not result in a stressful breakdown. Really? Okay, see, that was a thing, though, in Chat Blanc. They showed the events of what happened after Marinette and Adrian get together. Right? And... and then Gabriel's like, hey, you dating my son is ruining my business, can you not? And she's like, but I love him. It's like, I don't care. You gotta break up with him if you actually care. And, like, Adrian gets mad at Marinette because she is acting on his behalf because his dad more or less bullied her into breaking up with him. And it's like, Gabriel, you are the worst kind of fucking dad right now. The shit is your problem, besides the fact that you're you. And then, of course, you know, Adrian and his stupidity of getting broken up with is like, I'm just gonna transform out in the open and fucking Natalie's gonna see that I'm Cat Noir. Oh no, my dad knows that I'm Cat Noir. Oh no, I know my dad's fucking Hawkmoth now. I'm so mad at my dad, I'm gonna maybe kill him, but except I'm not going to. And then 2 minutes later, Hawkmoth is like confused when Cat Blanc almost completely destroys him. He's like, the fuck you doing? I was like, honey, he just tried to cataclysm you not even 2 minutes ago. Why are you surprised that you're now caught in the crossfire? Especially after was that the point where he learned, oh, my dad's the one that was pulling the strings with my breakup too or something? It's like, oh my god, this is so convoluted and so dumb. But then, that's also the point where you realize, oh, so Adrian finding out at the beginning means nothing. Especially after he Adrian across Paris. Yeah. And yeah, the weird spirit bomb, he just gets this giant energy bomb, like, oh, okay, that's a little bit much. Like, they went out there with it. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. But again, this was one of those episodes, they're like, look, they're together, they kiss. But then you know it doesn't matter. You know it doesn't matter. It was like the episode where they both lose their memories and they discover kind of who each other is while they don't have their memories, and of course it gets fixed after Ladybug uses her lucky charm. It's like, oh, good, I'm so glad that they developed this relationship when their memories were lost. Yes, Oblivio, that episode. That's like, that was like one of the big like red flags, that any time that they hint at them getting together or finding out each other's identities, it doesn't matter. Because they're just going to erase it somehow, some way. Fuck it. And it's like, I'm tired of this. I'm honestly tired of being jerked around in this way. Because they keep doing it, especially in Season 3. They really love doing it in Season 3. And I think it's just a way to break you down psychologically so you can accept the pairings that they do at the season finale, which you could see coming anyway because they kept building them up during Season 3 anyway. But, yeah, as soon as Bon X came on screen during Chat Blanc, it's like, oh, time travel. Okay. That means nothing that's happened so far actually means anything to the development of these characters. Not really, because we're just going to undo all of it. Hooray. I'm so excited to see how this pans out. Meaning I'm actually pissed off. And I was so mad at the end of the episode. I was like, I'm so glad we got to see that. Thanks for the fan service, guys. Doesn't mean jack shit, because it doesn't. Actually, I don't get why... What I don't get is why restoring their memories make them forget their memories of the forgotten... I don't know. They've had their fucking memories wiped for, like, fucking ever anyway. Not for fucking ever. But it's like they keep getting them wiped in one way or another. It's like, what's the point, even? And then it's like... So... we'll come back to Time Tagger. Let's see. Cat Block, Felix. So the finale episodes. First off, talking about Marinette becoming Guardian. That was gonna happen. We already knew that, sure, whatever. But then they revealed, it's like, oh, once you pass on guardianship to another person, your memories get erased. It's like, oh. So that means even if, in the future, Marinette and Adrian get together, maybe, whatever, right? And she has to give up the box at some point. Either she waits until she's really old where it doesn't matter, or if she has, like, if her hand gets forced at any point when she's older, and like I said, she might be with Adrian, that means all of that's going to get erased. Her memories are just gone. I just want to know what fills in the... Yeah, like, how much do you forget when that's a thing? How far back does it go? To you're a baby? To when? But then it's like, oh, so now that she's the Guardian, if she ever has to give that up, anything that she's done up until that point is gone. Which means everything here... I mean, okay, I guess it still matters because the world's still there and evil's been stopped, but it's like, oh, so she's just going to forget all of it in the end? Because she's going to have to technically relinquish the box eventually, right? I think being a Guardian maybe increases your lifespan, but I don't think it keeps you from dying. So let's say she's on her deathbed. She's like, oh, gotta pass the box on. So what? As soon as she passes the box on, she just happens to, you know, forget everything and then just die? Like, I understand why that contingency plan is in place, but at the same time, it's just like, oh, okay, so we're just gonna wipe another character's memories because... Sure. And it's like, sure, it was cool seeing Fu get together with his old flame, and he's like, oh, I don't know who you are, but I feel like I've known you forever, and now we're just gonna go off and do our own thing. It's like, yeah, okay, that's gonna work. Sure. So what? Lady gets to basically fill Fu's head with ideas of how he's supposed to be, what he's supposed to be. Like, I don't know. Maybe this is more, like, more thinking than I have to do for it. But just because you feel like you've known her forever when technically you have, without your memories. Normally when you lose your memories like that, either being told things like this jogs your memory and brings these memories back to you, or it's just gonna be really weird. Like, again, how much is white when you transfer guardianship for the fucking miracle box? I just don't understand. It's like when you start going into that territory, then you're just asking for trouble. The Wayfair, I wasn't there. Oh, yeah, no, we kind of go on anime rants a lot. We go on rants a lot in general. Well, okay, so there's that thing. And then I mean, they telegraph things they're going to do, like, way ahead of time. So, like, Chloe turning against them isn't surprising. I want to say it was interesting seeing the other, you know, miraculous users out and about. I mean, they've all been outed now, so that's gonna be confusing probably. But they also didn't do a lot with them because, you know, they can't actually have their heroes lose, and nothing can technically happen to Marinette because reasons. But then we also... It's a little bit problematic that they show the future. That they're still adults. First off, I think that'd be extremely disheartening. In a way. to find out that as adults you're still going to have to fight crime. I mean, sure, a hero thing doesn't really end. It's kind of a major commitment, or you have to make sure someone else is there to take up the mantle. But they more or less said that Adrian and Marinette are going to be stuck in those roles at least, what, 5 years at least into the future? And it's also depressing. It's like, oh, you don't even get the fucking butterfly miraculous back. It's still being used for evil. That's good. Yeah, see, it's like, okay, so you defeated the original Hawkmoth. You have a second one, and you guys still didn't get the other one back. Good job. I mean, yeah, that's how they make villains, but it's like, oh, someone else can't steal a different miraculous and do evil things with a different one, maybe? I bet it's either Chloe or Lila. We actually watched like a theory video on who it could be. I feel like Lila would be the best bet. I absolutely hate Lila though. I mean, that's fine. That's the point of her character, but I feel like she's closer to Hawkmoth in a way. I don't know. Because the character pool gets reused a lot. Yeah, that is true. Here's my thoughts. Probably everything from when you were given the responsibility, which only happened with food because everyone else was kind of dead. Well, but see, then they fixed the entire like the issue with the other Guardians though, because they got eaten by the weird frog statue. And as soon as Marinette got rid of that, remember there was that report on the news like, oh, this temple just showed up in the mountains. Everything's better now. There's new miraculous boxes. And the people are back. Because I'm pretty sure like Fu said something about that. I was like, oh, okay, that problem's gone now, I guess. Sure. I don't know. I also have to say that I hated Chloe's second, like, akumatization as a bee-type villain. Like, her Queen Bee outfit in general is fine, I liked it, but when she got akumatized in the season finale, I did not like the design, that they did for it. It's not as fun as just vanilla Queen Bee. Forte Steve here. My Aron is a force. It just won me another battle now. I can't wait to have a rematch with you. Okay, thanks, Steve. But just that episode in general. One, good job pulling out Ryuko for no reason. I guess it was just to show that they wouldn't have their miraculous because Marinette still had the dragon one. But it's like, how long have you been on this road? Forever? Training here just seems to be the best bet, because if we go to Moss Deep, we're only training on water types, and the level gap for water types outside of Moss Deep is stupid. It wasn't the entire stream. We went to the abandoned ship for 5 minutes. I'm sorry, there's a lot of grinding because Nuzlocks are stupid and I don't want to lose. Most of the stream. 96.7% of the stream. You don't need a dead Pokemon. I'd really rather not get a dead Pokemon at this point. Okay, let's try and get Ripster up one more level with the experience share, and then I'll take it off. Even if it means you have to slaughter millions. Hey, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do in order to win. Yeah, sure. but after the entire Chat Blanc episode, where they more or less said, oh, Marinette and Adrian cannot be a thing, because, especially if they find out each other's identities, because it's just gonna cause the end of the world or whatever the fuck. It's like, oh, okay, so if by the end of the season, Marinette is not with Luca and Adrian is not with Kagami, then I'm gonna be kind of annoyed. It's like, because they've been building up those relationships again the whole season, and it's like, okay, you guys need to pick one or the other. You can't have Marinette and Adrian while also teasing these other two relationships. Just fucking bite the bullet and do one or do the other. And as soon as they showed their hand entirely with Cat Blanc, they're like, nope, can't do this one because reasons. So it's like, I'm going to assume as long as they're Ladybug and Cat Noir, they can't be together. So even in the future, I'm just going to assume that they're gonna be with other people. And it's just, I mean, fine. They settled on couples by the end of season 3. But it was just, you knew it was going to happen. Like like I said, they telegraph what they plan on doing so much, and it's almost frustrating as someone that knows all this information that these characters can't seem to put together. And I get it, it's part of the trope or whatever, but it is so frustrating. Especially when, like, Chloe is just going through, like, who had Miraculouses besides her, and she's, like, judging. I was like, why do all these lame people get Miraculouses? I was like, it's not my fault you're dumb and you couldn't realize who was who. It's just so tiring at times watching this show. And it's like, I want to like you, show. I like the concept and shit. But all the stupid couple shit is annoying, and it gets in the way and it makes things complicated, and the fact that everyone just comes off as, like, ignorant and stupid all the time. It's like, you guys can't be this dense, but they are. Which Marinette still does find out. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's like this whole last season 3 has just, like, tested my patience. And, like, I brought it before when I was doing, like, reading on it. They plan on doing a movie that has, like, a big, like, reveal to it. But they've also said that won't come until, like, after, like, the next 2 seasons, I think. And each season has been, like, 26 episodes long. And it's like, I'm sorry, you want me to sit through 52 episodes? 26 episodes? 23? I don't know. But, you know, like 42 to 20, no. 46 to like 52 episodes or whatever of this bullshit? I get it, it's a villain of the week kind of kids cartoon show. But at the same time, it's like Also, Marinette is now the guardian. That means even if Chat Blanc didn't happen, she would have to find out. Yeah, it's just, it's kind of a mess. And it's like, I want to hold out hope that they, like, I'm kind of in it for the long haul at this point. It's like, I'm already kind of invested, but it's like, they are just trying my patience. It was like with Attack on Titan, right? When they didn't get to the basement after, like, fucking forever, it's like, okay, you guys need to give them at least one win. I need them to have one win. Like, I almost feel that way when it comes to Hawkmoth. I was like, I get it. He's supposed to lose every week. That's his thing. But I need something else to happen. And it's like, they've had a little bit happen. in the show. It's like, okay, they fixed the Peacock Miraculous. Cool. I don't know what that necessarily entails, but neat. That means Natalie won't be dying as much. Great. Also, can we talk about, in Felix when Natalie's trying to protect Adrian and she's just tossing children around Adrian's room? I'm like, I'm sorry. Since when did fucking Natalie go into the Matrix and learn fucking Kung Fu and how to throw children around? It's like, she's just... no thoughts given. She just tosses the three that are in there just around the room. I'm like, okay, fine, Natalie, you kick ass. That's cool. Since when? I thought, I mean, I still thought she was a boss anyway. I feel bad for Natalie. I do. Like, she's so devoted and shit like that. And it's like, aw, honey. What are you gonna get out of this? I mean, I guess that's love that you don't care, but... he has his goddamn wife down in a freezer in the basement. This is a Mr. Freeze scenario. And yes, I'm referencing Batman and Robin. You're lucky, Natalie... hopefully she's not the type to go down there and just unplug your wife. I mean, it is. I mean, Poison Ivy I don't think was that loyal to Mr. Freeze and Batman and Robin like Natalie is to Gabriel, but still, it's like, okay, sure. I don't know. Honestly, I partially blame the order the episodes are aired in sometimes. Yeah, no, it doesn't help. The episode orders, but just trying to get like the order in, trying to get the story in order by itself can be annoying, and then once you actually get the pieces in order, it's almost like Kingdom Hearts. Like when you actually start to realize what the fuck they're doing, you're like, oh, okay, if that's what you guys want to do, fine. I'm not gonna be happy about it probably, cause I'm sensing some stupid in here. I don't know. Also with the Time Tagger episode, when she was like, yeah, see, I went back in time to start passing down that watch through the generations so I would be able to get it at this exact point in time. I'm like, oh, we're gonna go to that level of convoluted bullshit for the time travel, are we? Okay. Also, it's just playing with fire when you have a character from the future come back and kind of tell people, oh yeah, guess what? This is gonna happen in the future. Like, even Time Tagger telling Hawkmoth, oh, by the way, you're not always Hawkmoth. Hawkmoth, fuck you. I was like, wouldn't that... Now, it's either saying that's changing the future, or not saying that changes the future. Like, did he have to actually tell him that in order to trigger the events that leads to him not becoming Hawkmoth? Or by telling him that, is he going to take precautions for that not to happen? Like, time travel makes me angry. I do not like time travel. Anytime I see anything with time travel, I just sit there and start thinking of all the stupid issues you're causing by having time travel. Because, again, it's like, okay, this is also a lot of information for Marinette and Adrian to maybe mull over, if they even thought about it. Time travel should not be the story. It's like, I know it's not the focus of the show, but it's there, unfortunately. It's like, oh great. And it's like, at least the person that has the time travel knows better than to like mess with things she shouldn't. But again, it's like that. Is this on purpose though? That they did this time travel thing with the guy that has the butterfly miraculous and you have the fucking butterfly effect? Like, is this some kind of like dumb symbolism? Like Doctor Who, time travel isn't the story, just the means to get to the story. I mean, yeah, but there's also a point. I don't know. That's probably one reason why I never got into Doctor Who. It's like, oh, time travel. Yay. Seriously, there's more time travel in Star Trek than Doctor Who. I started to watch Star Trek, but I'm not that far into it. I don't know. Again, the biggest thing that broke me when it came to time travel when I was younger was fucking Meet the Robinsons. And ever since then, it's like I can't trust time travel because I just don't. Time travel makes me mad. Take my word for it. Oh no, I believe you. So that in Star Trek, they have a few different universes in existence now too, don't they? Especially with the J.J. Abrams films, they introduced like an alternate universe. I was like, oh yay, alternate universes. I mean, I guess Voltron did that too. The J.J. Abrams. Oh. That seems to be the general consensus nowadays, huh? That one is bullshit and also from time travel. Time travel just hurts my head. But see, it's just also hard to ignore the time travel when the other characters have acknowledged the time travel. Because now Gabriel, again, Gabriel knowing this bit of information is going to affect how he proceeds from this point on. See, if it is Lila, that's the next Hawkmoth, could she have been like... So it showed her with younger Chris, who's Time Tagger. If for whatever reason, she has him wrapped around her finger from that point when he was younger until the future. And he gets sent back in time. Okay, this is all just stupid, over-the-top speculation that I shouldn't be getting into, because it doesn't matter. It's like, if it's Lila, because she's scheming and conniving to like an infuriating degree. I wouldn't put her past her to fill Chris's head, Time Tagger's head, with these ideas like, oh, you need to go back in time and do this thing. By the way, I need you to tell the previous Hawkmoth what happens. Because then that'll lead him to getting rid of it or something. I don't know. I've seen enough stuff happen in various things that I wouldn't put it past them to do it. Just time travel is dangerous. The only time I liked seeing time travel done was that one Futurama movie. Older woman manipulating a young dumb boy. I mean, I like how I can't go more than 2 pages without seeing nudity while browsing Skyrim mods. Yeah, that's how I feel when I look for mods, especially for Skyrim. It's like, I don't know. I don't know why everyone needs everything to be nude in their video games. Bender's big score. Yes, the one where Fry is also the janitor with the narwhals. I remember actually really liking that movie. It got me like, I don't know, I got oddly emotionally invested, and I remember tearing up at one point in that movie. It was kind of sad for me when I first saw it. I don't know, I like to say I think Futurama's usually at least smart with their time travel. And they always, I mean, they generally ass tattoo that time travels. Yeah! I'm just glad that Fry actually got to reunite his dog. Yes! Like, the dog episode. There are like a handful of Futurama episodes that when I rewatch them, I can't help but fucking get like emotional and cry about it. And the dog episode is one of those episodes. The other episode is the one where he goes in and he talks to his mom in his dream. Oh man, I want to watch Futurama. Another episode is the one that after Leela meets her parents, and then they show like the montage of her parents watching over as she grows up. Like, oh no! I mean, it's the good kind of oh no. It's super cute and shit, but so good. I don't know, whenever they do, like, you know, more character development stories, remember when all of Futurama was on Netflix? Yes, it was great! Watched through it so many times when on Netflix. Remember when King of the Hill was on Netflix? That was awesome too! God damn it! Like, take it away from us. I mean, they do have, like, a complete version of Futurama on DVD. And I want to get it at some point in the future because I do. King of the Hill was my favorite anime. Netflix always gets rid of the good series. Yeah, it's either that or they don't give you all of it. Because is Futurama still on there? Because last I checked, they only had like a number of the seasons. What about Doctor Who? Netflix is my drug dealer. Pulls the drugs away. It's just, yeah, it's so frustrating. I remember I was watching Durarara on Netflix. I got through the first season, and then I started watching Series 2, and I went back to go watch it, but Series 2 has a few different seasons to it. They got rid of the first season of Durarara Part 2. I'm like, no, I wasn't done watching that. Why would you do that? Why would you take away the first season of Part 2? It's like, shit, guys. It's just so stupid. And like I said, they only have the first 2 seasons of Haikyuu. And it's like, I need season 3. The way that they leave season 2, you can't just not have season 3. Whatever it's called. They didn't have the first. They used to have the first part of season 2 or the season 1 of part 2 on there, and I went back to go watch it. Oh, I'm asking. I never heard of it. It's an anime that kind of deals with sort of occult things. You may recognize a character that's in like a black motorcycle outfit, and she has a yellow and blue cat helmet. She's actually a Doulahan, and she's looking for her missing head. And she's like the Headless Horseman, except her horse takes the form of a motorcycle. She's one of the characters. It actually follows a different guy who moves into this new area, and there's just like a bunch of weird stuff that goes on. And there's one character who's like supernaturally like strong. And he fights with this other character, and you always see him fighting the other character with street signs because he just uses street signs as weapons, which is always fun to see. I remember when the anime was like really popular, you'd see so many people cosplaying this character, and they would just make, you know, street sign props, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then you watch the anime like, oh, okay, that's actually really fucking funny. I have recollections. It's an interesting series. I'm doing a really bad recap of it. It's been a while since I watched like the first series of the show, but they had a part 2 which has multiple seasons in it, and Netflix got rid of the first fucking season of part 2. I'm like, why would you do that? It's often shortened down to DRRR instead of just Durarara. Yeah, like that. Makoto Ryugamane, a young boy who longs for the exciting life of the big city, moves to Ikebukuro to attend Raira Academy with his childhood friend Masomi Kita, whom he has not seen since he was young. After the two meet at the train station, they set out to explore the streets of Ikebukuro. And there's just... yeah. You have some, like, gang things. I think there's a whole storyline regarding, like, a, yeah, Jer from Omnicon Percy I hate. I'm pretty sure there was, like, a whole storyline related to, like, some kind of, like, drug ring. Although it has been commonly claimed that the title Durarara is an I can't say it right now. Onomatopoeia for the revving of an engine, Narita states specifically in the first light novel volume that the name means absolutely nothing. He had been editing the finished draft of his book, and when his editor called, when prompted for a title, Narita just randomly gave a name. Durarara. Upon hearing this, his editor responded with a positive remark as he liked ambiguous titles. I think I would like the story better if he just pulled up like his draft, and you know how sometimes people just name their files a jumble of letters? That was just the jumble of letters he happened to name that one draft. He's like, this is what it's called. Please use it. That's how I would name a series, except it wouldn't be as genuine because I'd be doing it on purpose. Onomatopoeia. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, there was Durarara and Durarara times 2. It's broken up into like 2 or 3 seasons. 3 parts. And they don't have the first part on Netflix, and I'm like, why'd you do that to me? So now I have to go find somewhere else to watch the first part so I can watch the rest of it. I don't know, I remember it being like an interesting series. But yeah, long story short, Miraculous is just pissing me off again. I guess I'm a little bit happy that they, like I said, settled on couples. And I'm a little bit more intrigued to see where things will go, but it's like sometimes it just takes them so long to actually develop certain things in the show. It's like, do we need to do another Christmas episode? Do I need to see an akumatized Santa Claus? Well, no, Santa didn't get akumatized. It was that fucking kid again. He made a giant robot. God damn it. But it's just infuriating. No, there was a man dressed as Santa that I got akumatized. Oh, okay. They've had at least 2 Christmas episodes, and then there was the Christmas special. Or is the Christmas special separate from the other Christmas episode they did recently? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. It's not like it really does anything. Oh no, that one Christmas one was like the musical thing where they were singing. It was just awkward because of course it's English dub over like the original French versions, like mouth flaps, and it's just weird, and the lyrics are bad. They're stupid and bad. The Christmas special is the one with the man dressed up as Santa. I watched that in French. Oh, okay. Get rid of Thundershock. We don't need Thundershock. I'm just frustrated now, though. It's like, okay, Netflix still doesn't have part 2 of season 3. And now we have to wait who knows how long to get season 4. It's like, yay. And then I saw somewhere like one of the main animation companies that worked on it has pulled out. So I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Is the quality going to go down? The quality is passable for a 3D cartoon show. It's like, yeah, there's some things in it that I'm going to like just be a little annoyed with. Because I am. But it's not like... Why did I use Try Attack? I'm an idiot. But it's not like the worst thing I can watch that's a 3D animated kids show. I don't know, I saw a few videos now in my like YouTube feed about like the animation quality going down. I'm like, oh no. Is it going to start looking like PS3 graphics? Or something comparable? I don't even know. Like I said, I like the concept of the show. I like the designs and all that, but sometimes the writing, they like to try my patience. It's almost like when Steven Universe was airing and they would, you know, start getting into like a good groove. And then they would do like filler episodes. I'm like, could you not? I'm guessing you're going to be grinding for 3 Wednesdays in a row. Quite possibly. Leveling is actually going a bit better than I thought it would be, but we still technically have 4 that we have to get up to level right now. Nope, we have 5 we have to get up to level. Soon to be 4. I wouldn't do it if it wasn't for the fact that I don't want to wipe, and I don't trust myself to not die. And every other gym we've gone into, we've usually been a handful of levels over the leader's max, I'm pretty sure. Because when we don't do that, then things just go bad. And it's bad. And then I get sad, and we end up with only a Minum on our team, and I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. I might go in a little early if we can get Sharpedo up, but I'd feel better if everyone else was at the same point, because I'm going to need them all at a... I'm really starting to think 60 is where we should have everyone by the time we go into the Elite Four, just to play it safe. It's either I have to go on over-prepared, or we're going to have to go back to grinding anyway if people die and we have to try again. Because technically we have backups, but they're all lower level, and Please, we've already seen Evil Robot Santa. I apologize, it's kind of a drag with the Netflix. Yes, with the Netflix. With the Nuzlocke, but this is how it be, I'm afraid. And that's why we ended up ranting about stuff like conspiracy theories and kids' cartoon shows. It's the only good way to pass the time. Getting angry about kids' cartoon shows. Okay, I'm gonna do something else. We're going to take away... Oh, okay, we're not going to take away his... I'm going to take the experience share off of Sharpedo for now, so we can get Magneton up to 45 and work solely with Sharpedo. He should be able to handle... Oops. Now, he should be able to handle the Pokemon on this route, even the Glooms and the Oddishes, I'd like to think. Of course, I might be getting ahead of myself, and that could spell disaster. Okay. Get rid of that. Need to sell those two. Oh, one rare candy. I don't remember if we healed when we came in here. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna go sell those two items, take off Sharpedo's experience share, get Magneton up, and then work with just Sharpedo. This is one reason why, though, the Nuzlocke has been going on for as long as it has, because a lot of the sessions, unfortunately, devolve into grinding. Oops, what the fuck am I doing? This will at least help Magneton get up to 45 a bit faster. We gotta evolve Gloom at some point. I still don't know what I want to do with his move layout. If I can find a PP up somewhere to give him more Giga Drains, that would be good. Eating a lemon is more enjoyable than grinding, to be honest. I know, because I'm doing so right now. Why are you just eating a lemon? I get you're making a point, but... I'm sorry. But this just be how it be. I can't take any risks. We've tried taking risks before, and it never pans out. They took a risk against the Wobbuffet, and we lost things near and dear to us, and it was bad. And I was sad. It just didn't end well. Combustible lemons that burn houses down? Well, those are the only kind of lemons you should eat. Yeah, remember the Wobbuffets? Were you not here for the Wobbuffets? We don't like talking about Wobbuffets. I don't like Wobbuffets. Wobbuffets are the worst. I call it a wobbly fet. Well, it's a butthole fet is what it is. A wob butt fet. I don't know. Make something funny with it. I can't. No, we got two Pokemon KO'd by two separate Wobbuffets because of fucking Mirror Coat and forgetting that certain moves were not set up for as physical types in this generation. So, and they were optional Wobbuffets. We didn't even have to face them. But I wanted to take them on for the experience, and it was a bad idea. Because it was just a bad idea. So many bad ideas. I call it Boba Fett. Boba Fett and Mandalorian armor. That's something we could talk about. Even though we only have 20 minutes left, because I am stopping at 11 o'clock tonight. I'm sorry, I have to. Mandalorian's finished now. Who all has actually watched The Mandalorian? I know some people that were on the stream said that they weren't supporting Disney Plus, but I watched Mandalorian, because that was one of the few things I was actually interested in. Yeah, there's a bunch of shows on there I want to watch too. I'm looking forward to the second season. I did not regret eating the lemon. Good, I'm glad. I don't know why you would eat the lemon, but I'm glad you didn't regret it. Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with season 2 for Mandalorian. I like what they were doing with it. I still think some of the references that they did were pushing it a teeny bit, but I don't know. I had a lot more fun watching it than other recent Star Wars things. Bob Regret. That's a good one. Bob Regret. Yeah, that's about right. We actually have a Wobbuffet in the not dead box because we accidentally caught one. I think in the Safari Zone, but I don't plan on using it because I don't like Wobbuffet. I probably wouldn't even use it correctly and I would get it killed like the first time I tried to use it anyhow, so we're not using the Wobbuffet. Oh, it's a Kecleon. Make a second season probably for the Mandalorian. I'm interested to see how the one item that they showed in the season finale ties in, considering I think it was Rebels that also had that particular item in it. And I think comes before... Well, maybe it comes after. I don't know, like, where on the timeline Rebels and Mandalorian sit compared to each other, but it's just interesting. I feel like people forgot about the 2 Poke Park games. I know they're things, I don't have any of them though. I don't think I've played them. The ones on... The Poke Park games, the ones on the Wii, right? How were they? I actually don't think I've played any of the Wii Pokemon games. Maybe? No? I don't remember. They were actually good. What was the gameplay like? Because I think one reason why I never looked into Poke Park is I never heard much, like, regarding them. Like, in general. Okay. I need to get Ripster up to at least 40. I don't know, I can't remember. Ah, poop. They're on my, my wish list for my game collection, but I haven't got around to... Tip of my nose is itchy today. I haven't got around to getting them. Because I can't find them at a price that I like. Mando takes place 5 or so years after Return of the Jedi. Rebels is before A New Hope. Wait, Rebels is pre-OT? No, that makes sense. Yes, that makes sense. Okay. I haven't actually seen Rebels, I just know it exists. And I had a friend that was telling me to watch it and I just didn't get around to it. That's right. Well, see, now I'm like wondering though, it's like what happened between Rebels, god damn it, up until the point of Mandalorian that certain item got into dude's hands. Being very vague here, but hopefully you see what I'm putting down. Oh, Forte, hello, this is Kristen. How are things with you? You're near at one. No, I'm not battling you, Christian. You called me like 2 weeks ago and said the same thing, and I said nope. I don't wanna. I remember in the first having to find Mew. Well, let's go look it up, because I want to know what Pokepark is about. Bulbapedia. Tell me. Player takes control of Pikachu and travels through mini zones, each of which has 1 or 2 mini games called attractions, where the player will receive a Sky Prism piece for achieving a bonus score. In each of these games, working together with other Pokemon is required to succeed. Over the course of the game, more and more Pokemon will be befriended, and they will help the player achieve higher scores and attractions. Several aspects of this game are repeated from previous games. The player acting as a Pokemon is previously used in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series, and the photography was the central feature of Pokemon Snap. Okay. I'm okay with mini games. Really, I only played Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2 to play the mini games. Whenever we played it when we were younger, as in me and my sister, it was just to play mini games. I like the Lick-a-Tongue Sushi game. And then the ring toss game where you're tossing Akins onto Diglett. And then the Clefairy game, because we always devolved into just singing along with the Clefairy to annoy each other. Rebels is good, not as good as Clone Wars, but almost as good. Pokepark 2 is better. It was the better one. I've admittedly seen a few like critique videos for Rebels, but that's it. Considering they have like all these Star Wars like animated series on Disney Plus, I've been meaning to sit down and watch them. But instead I've just been rewatching Minecraft videos lately again. Don't want to use taunt, please. One day, while playing with his friends Charmander, Piplup, and Chikorita, a kind-hearted Pikachu encounters Mew. Mew joins in the festivities and leads the group to a small hole in the ground. Pikachu is then accidentally shoved into the hole. Accidentally shoved. Okay. And falls into a whole other world inhabited only by Pokemon. Pikachu's friends, worried about his well-being, jump in after him. After landing, Pikachu sees Mew in a dream, who explains that a terrible fate has befallen on the Pokepark because of an ancient stone. The Sky Prism has shattered into 14 shards and scattered across the Pokepark. Oh, okay. Kind of sounds like fun. Again, I don't really mind mini games. I guess I sometimes get scared of like certain Pokemon spin-off games being like Hey You Pikachu or Pokemon Channel, and it's like, I don't want to do that again. Hey You Pikachu wasn't terrible. But Pokemon Channel, I rented that game when I played it the first time. And it's like, I'm not gonna get everything done in this game, and I remember just cheesing the clock. I have very vague memories of enjoying it, so don't actually take my word for it. Guys! Guys, look! I do have Thunder Wave. I got rid of Thunder Shock. Guys! We found a shiny! We're catching it! We're catching it! We're catching it! I said this was never gonna happen! Guys! I only ever see shinies in Pokemon Go nowadays! What? Oh, it actually looks cool! Ah! What? Even? Ah! not even. You fucking throw a Pokeball at that shit. No. Let's use the Master Ball. Stay, you asshole. Wow, we did it. Holy shit, dudes. Someone nickname it. I don't know what to nickname it. Nickname this thing. Do it. Wow. Dio. Okay, yeah. Okay, we'll go with Dio. All caps Dio. Can we do Shiny Boy Dio? No, we don't have enough space. Ah! We'd be off one letter. We'll just call it Dio. That's fine. Shin Dio? No, we'll just go with Dio. It's fine. I'm gonna go look at it in the box. Let's go look at it. What does the shiny Banette look like? Oh, it's blue. Is that bad? Again, I don't usually like shinies, but this one actually looks decent. Oh, look at it. It's great. We did it! We got a shiny! We got a shiny in this Nuzlocke. We've been playing so long and the game was so nice to give us a shiny. Like, look! You did it! Oh, it's great. Look at this inferior Shuppet. It's not Dio. Now kill it! No. It is staying in the box. I was gonna joke, like, okay, now I'm gonna release it. Should've used the Master Ball on it and then released it. How many people would have been mad at me? I wasn't sure what was going on there. Again, the only time I see shiny Pokemon nowadays is in Pokemon Go. Because the encounter rates are semi-decent and that, well, not even semi-decent. I would have flown out to you and then frown at you loudly. Just frown at you loud. Just frown at me? I said that wouldn't happen. Actually, I said it would happen, but it wouldn't happen because that's just my luck. But it did. Oh my god, we did it, guys. We found a shiny. I am never going to see a shiny in another Pokemon game ever again. Because I wasn't even trying, meaning I'm never gonna see one ever again. Like I said, the last shiny I organically, randomly encountered in a Pokemon game was back when I played Pokemon Gold. When did that game come out? I'm gonna go look. Pokemon Gold. If someone else knows off the top of their head, let's see. Pokemon Gold came out in North America in October 15th, 2000. It's been 20 years since I've seen a shiny organically in a game that wasn't even either given to you or farmed for and wasn't in Pokemon Go. Because I don't count that. Took me 20 years just to find a random shiny in a game. Something about that is sad. Just a tiny bit. Whatever, I did it. I didn't do anything actually, but we did it. Hooray, we found a shiny, guys. And again, it was a decent shiny. I mean, you did technically farm for it. Kinda, but I wasn't expecting it at all. I wasn't farming directly for it. No, we could have encountered maybe a shiny Mightyena or a Poochyena on this route. Whatever. That was exciting. What were we talking about? We were talking about Star Wars. Star Wars shows. I didn't mean to shoot her. The bullets just fell out of my gun. You're making a point. Yes. But it's not like I'm running back and forth here looking for a shiny is what I mean. I'm not trying to shiny chain. Was shiny chaining even a thing in this game? Did shiny chaining exist in Generation 3? Because I have attempted to do things like that. I've tried breeding and chaining for shinies. I just get bored of it really fast. Those are, you know, more intended shiny farming. This was just training. Finding that Shuppet was a happy accident of just grinding. Give me a cool story, Bob. I wasn't trying for it. It's shiny time now. Actually, I need to, after this fight, I need to go heal and save because I said I'm stopping at 11 because I need to go do other things, which means I'm probably going to end up taking a nap on the couch until around 5 a.m. and I'm gonna get up, be like, ah shit, I fell asleep on the couch again. I'm gonna try and get some work done. Work until around noon, which I can't do because I have a dentist appointment at 11:50. Meaning I shouldn't actually stay up tonight. Maybe I should go to bed at a normal time. That never happens. Except it happened last night. Anyway, whichever. We're gonna call it for tonight. I'm sorry, it was just another night of grinding, and next week it's probably going to be the same. Next stream is a game worse than grinding. Yeah, I was saying we had to play Hunt Down the Freeman on Friday. And then we gotta figure out, well, okay. Fridays are probably going to, again, eventually be replaced by Psychonauts. This is not the piece of paper I needed. And Monday, like I said, we might be doing emblems on Sonic Adventure 2. We'll figure it out. We did not even get to talking about that tonight. I apologize. Whatever, we'll play it by ear. Take care, have fun napping with the cat. I will! Meh. Okay. Well, you all take care. I'll see you on Friday where we're gonna be finishing Hunt Down the Freeman. My kitty. My kitty. You can't have my kitty. She's my kitty. My kitty. My kitty. Anyway. I'll see you guys next stream. So yeah, Hunt Down the Freeman. Hooray! Also, I'm mad at you guys, like, no, just letting me go in circles last stream. Just saying. Thank you for using my emotes. I put a lot of time and effort in those. You're welcome. Oh gee, thanks. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Anywho, I'll see you guys on Friday. Not me, I didn't do anything. That's the problem. You didn't do anything. You just let me walk around in circles on the goddamn mountaintop. Why didn't anyone tell me? I could have just... It's fine. It's fine. What was in there? Oh, okay. Sure. Okay. Is that now what? Someone's been overly dramatic. It's me. Okay. I'm gonna go now. You guys need to stop keeping me here. I said I was gonna end at 11. It's 2 after. God damn it. That's my fault. I should have started ending sooner. Now you're... Are you a ghost? Are you a ghost? No, my stream is now haunted. I have a ghost in the stream. In the chat. There's a ghost. Spooky ghost. Oh, just zombs? That is spooky. Still spooky. We live inside your coma dream thing. Oh, that's right. I forgot about the coma dream things. Well, I'm gonna go have a different kind of dream thing. Probably. I'm going to attempt to do work. My new face. Well then, I mean... That's what you get for eating a lemon. Actually. It's not my fault. It's because you ate that lemon. Didn't have to eat the lemon. I didn't tell you to do that. That one was not my idea. Anyway! I'm gonna go now. I'll talk to you guys later. When we come back on Friday for more Hunt Down the Freeman. Should be fun. Yeah. Going into that fever dream. Anyway, you guys take care until then. I'll see you later. Alrighty. Bye. I'm sorry. Bye.